Hi guys, and welcome to Matt Bayeski YouTube channel. It's great to be back. I've been traveling the world picking up some amazing crystals, as you're all looking on the website at the moment, looking at all the crystals, and yeah, I'm up to date. All the packing has all been done. I'm a little bit tired now, but feel great, feel on top of the world. Yeah, it's a lovely day, really is. It's beautiful. It's been a beautiful day. Energy's been great. I remember I was sat with a guy and I mentioned the word energy, and he got up and walked off, and I found that fascinating. And I asked somebody, why did he walk off? And he said, anybody who mentions the word energy, he can't even be bothered. He just walks off. He thinks it's a load of nonsense. And yet, as we know, everything's made up of energy. Everything. We are energy. Everything is energy. But I think he's probably had a bad experience with people who may talk OTT and maybe, blast him with a bit like Bible bashers. I don't mean that to be awful at all, but anybody who rings on the doorbell and pushes into your house and wants to sell religion, I think that's really wrong. I think, we've got everything back to front the wrong way around. We really have. If I was lost and I needed to find myself, I would find whatever it is I need to find. I would look for it. I wouldn't have somebody banging down on my door telling me what I need to do. I find anything like that to be force feeding, and like I always say, you try and force feed a child, a baby, and they'll spit it right back out. And again, there's always that I remember once I was at a friend's house and there was a knock on the door, and there was a religion that said they wanted to talk to them, and he said, actually, I'm feeling on top of the world today. I've never felt better, so really you need to knock on somebody else's door who's feeling really bad. And there was a point in that, and I thought, whoa, that's a bit heavy, but he was actually right, because a lot of the times when we are at our lowest, people take advantage of that. And I think in the spiritual world and the psychic world and the mediumship world, it is really easy to take advantage of people who are feeling at their worst and down. And that's why I say, I teach here at the Academy, it is so important that we realize, that every one of you realize, that when somebody comes to you at their lowest point, that you have to really understand that that is a sacred energy that you are thankful for, and you will do your best to help that client become stronger and happier as fast as possible. You don't steal their power. You don't tell them what they should and shouldn't do. You actually reinforce what they already know they need to do and help them become stronger. So I do understand when people say, I don't want to hear spirituality, I don't want to hear, energy. I get that. But everything is made of energy. Everything. So, like we talk about, how do we protect ourselves? People's energy can be negative. And that's what I've been teaching for years. And, I had a coffee earlier on in the village. And basically what happened is I was sat here and my love was sat there. And we were just having a chat and laughing, and all of a sudden this man basically came right next to us from behind and stood there, and without him realizing, he was sucking my life force. And you've heard of psychic vampires. There is something in that. I don't like the word psychic vampires, but we are all radiators and drains, all of us, at one point or another. So I realized when I was sat down, I was a radiator, and this gentleman had no idea, but he needed energy. So I was being a radiator and he was draining me, okay? And I had two choices. I could stay where I am, or I could move. Well, actually at that point, I closed my eyes and just breathed and allowed whatever needed to happen. That's really ultimately what we should do. But there is a point where you have to know when to stop. Now, people will deem you when you start to realize about this energy and how people can steal your energy. They don't steal it, by the way. This is another bad word. We need to change all of this, right? Getting off on one, right? We are all givers and takers. We give freely, we share with our hearts, and we are all healers. We are all healers. But we need to know, we need to draw the line when to stop, because we become depleted. So, if this gentleman would have been there for any longer than he was, I would have had to have got up and go. Now, if you're in a party and there's lots of people there, and this happened to me a lot, okay? There were many times I would be next to somebody and abruptly go. Now, I didn't know why I was doing that. And I was trying to think, is because I don't like them or whatever it was? No. I realise now, after working in this field of work, my intuitive energy was so strong that it was feeling what was happening before I even got close to somebody. So people may have deemed me as miserable, as abruptive, and whatever. But actually, I look back now and realise that I was honouring my space, this surrounding energy that we all have. And I think that this day and age now, we have to do that. So the question lies is this: do we allow ourselves to be depleted because that is the higher good of healing the world? Or do we walk away and keep our energy? Well, I guess I spent 13 years stood there giving all my energy and being depleted and running to a tree to try and get healing and cleanse myself. But now I've done that work, and now I do a YouTube channel, and I won't get involved one-to-ones anymore because it just depletes me so much. So I honour my space and do the best I can through videos and through maybe 1 week at a retreat where I'm going to ballet. So I'm learning to honour my energy and my space, and I'm becoming healthier. I'm looking glowing more, and I'm not selfish. I've never been a selfish person, but I've had to learn that this may seem selfish when I don't answer everybody's emails because they're crying and they're upset and somebody's passed away and they need a message or they need help. I can't do that anymore. I literally can't do it. So I don't, but I do send my love to people, and I put them on a healing list, and that healing list I work on. So I've learned to change the way for the best of me. So if you ever walk away from somebody and you don't like the energy, just hang on a minute. It's not that you don't like, it's just that it isn't your energy. They are vibrating on a different energy level that may suck yours, and that you may become depleted. And you know what? When your energy is low, you can get poorly. And that's a scientific fact that was written about over 50 years ago by a doctor. And it's true. When your energy is low, you can get ill, you can become poorly, you can get many deficiencies. So we have to think about ourselves. And I guess that's the bottom line, really. I think I hope I'm a message to you today to say, you know what? You have to honour your space. You have to be aware of who you are around. And you have to honour the time that you give somebody so that you do not become ill or poorly because of that. So I think that's the message, really. Energy is a beautiful thing, and it is a beautiful thing to give as a healer, as I have for so many years, and I love doing it. But there is a difference, and when people come here to the Pure Energy Healing Academy, there is one fundamental thing that I teach people. There's two ways of healing. One is healing through the essence that is around us. That is pure energy that's around us, that we pull in from whether you believe it's the spirit world, God, the universe, energy that's just around us, or you can use your heart. And a lot of us, will heal from our heart. And that's almost like we become personal. We get involved. Oh, I need to fix, I need to do that. That's where you have to be careful. No, 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 no. You step out of the way, don't get involved, and then you give healing. And the healing pours through you. And I kind of think that's day-to-day life as well. It's okay to help somebody, but if you get too involved, and you know what I mean, you've been there, you listen to a story, somebody's story, and before you know it, you're in that sadness and pain and suffering. So you have to rise above that, which I've learned to do now. Rise above it and not let that affect me, because all you will do is go down there and you will vibrate in that energy and you will become the illness and the poorly and the sadness and the grief. Or you rise above it and help them come up to you so they eliminate all of that suffering. Maybe I've babbled on a little bit too much because I've missed you all and I really wanted to do a video today, but I've been so busy. I want to thank you all, and I hope you understand this a little bit today. Maybe I'll talk a little bit more about energy and what I feel, how important it is to protect ourselves, our health and our happiness and our well-being and our mind and our heart, of course. Thank you for all your emails. Thank you for buying from mattbayeski.com. I hope you love your crystals. I've just uploaded some beautiful pyrite. I've uploaded some beautiful moldavites and tactites and some really rare gems. Yeah. Thanks a lot, guys. I hope you got something from today. Look after yourself, look after your energy, and always remember, don't ever be frightened of walking away from a situation when it doesn't feel right, because that is the alarm bell inside your heart. That is your intuition that says, this is not a right space. Get yourself away. Go away and don't beat yourself up. Just say, I'm proud of me because I'm honoring what my energy tells me. I'm honoring what my intuition says. Don't doubt yourself when you feel an urge to get away from a situation or from somebody quickly. Make your excuse, say goodbye, I need to get off, big hugs and go. You're doing it for you because you are important. So yes, you can give with your heart to somebody. You can be there for them, but you cannot let them pull you down. And the moment you feel that you're being pulled down, get off. On your way, go. Say, I've got to shoot off now. Give him a cuddle and go. And don't be upset. You're protecting yourself, and that's all that matters. That's all I want for you. I don't want you to be sad and feeling ill and poorly. I don't want you to send me a message saying, I looked after my brother, I looked after my mum, and all the time, and they made me feel ill. You have to learn to... I think the important thing is to know when to help and for how long, and then to stop. So it's about looking after you. It's re-energizing. And, you know, I think it's so important because it's too easy to stay in a situation and sit down in a seat with people that are, without even knowing, sucking your energy to making them feel strong, and then you feel weak at the end of it. No. It's time to change. It's time for all of us to change and become stronger. And I'm not saying this in a selfish way at all, because I'm the first one to help anybody, and you know that. But we have to look after ourselves. If you're 100%, then you can give 100%. But if you're weak, then all you're giving is your weakness, and that's not what it's about. So look after yourself first and become 100%. Be the most amazing you that you are. And thank you for subscribing to Matt Bayeski YouTube channel. And guess what? mattbayeski.com is coming out soon, the new website. It's nearly there. It's going to be amazing. It's all coming together. Love you all, guys. Thank you. Take care. From my heart to yours. Bye.